Mayoral candidate Brad Bradford is making a housing announcement right now. Let's listen in live.
To dream up more plans and reports that shuffle between the desks at City Hall. The answer to the housing crisis isn't double-digit property tax increases. A mountain of your money for Olivia Chow's false hope spending spree is not a solution. It's not going to build more housing, and it's not going to make life more affordable. As your mayor, I will streamline the approval process. I will cut the red tape, and I will get shovels in the ground for housing faster. I will work with the not-for-profit sector and developers ready to deliver housing so that instead of waiting years to get approval, we get it done in months. I've done more in the past 5 months as the chair of the Planning and Housing Committee than was done in the past 5 years. That is what less talk and more action is all about. As your mayor, I will bring even more people to the table to get homes and housing built. As your mayor, I will set clear priorities and get city staff approving more homes so people have the dignity of a roof over their head. That is the answer. The flagship Housing Now affordable housing program hasn't seen a single home built since it was dreamt up in 2018. 21 different housing sites, the promise of 40,000 units, and not a single shovel in the ground. I understand why people feel like Housing Now is actually housing never. Since I've been the chair of the Planning and Housing Committee, I have fixed this broken program. And this summer, shovels will be in the ground building housing on the first 3 sites. That is real leadership, and as your mayor, I will do even more. The answer to Toronto's housing crisis is to build more homes, not build more bureaucracy. And yet, many of the candidates in this race seem to think government is the answer to building housing. I can tell you as an urban planner who worked in the chief planner's office at City Hall, that is not the answer. We need to be less focused on process and more focused on outcomes. We need to save time and money and streamline the approval process. We need practical solutions that will actually deliver the housing that this city desperately needs. I don't want people to have to move to Hamilton if they don't want to. And that's why we need more supply, more affordable, more units in more neighborhoods for more people. I will expedite approval timelines by cutting red tape. I will unlock public lands by working with the not-for-profit sector and market builders to deliver more housing. And I will provide a pathway for office conversion to make sure that we don't have vacant space in the downtown. It is time for less talk and more action when it comes to housing in the City of Toronto. And on June 26th, I will deliver that for our great city. Thanks very much, and I'm happy to take your questions.
Here we are out in gardens, basically a lot of things behind you. Obviously, and now managers signs saying we can't even tent here anymore. So how important actually is it to rectify affordable housing crisis?
It's the most important thing. And the answer to the housing crisis, the answer to encampments is not people living in parks. In a city as great as Toronto, it is not for anyone, not fair for anyone, not those individuals, not the broader community to have people living in parks. They need the dignity of a roof over their head. And as councillor, I built 59 supportive housing units with wraparound supports, apartments that people are renting right now today in East York, 59 units. It's a drop in the bucket, but it's a step in the right direction. And as mayor, we will do more of that because that is the answer to the housing crisis. It's not more government bureaucracy. It's not encampments in parks. It's housing, giving people the dignity of a roof over their head. That's the way forward, and we have to do it faster.
Thanks, everyone.
Very good. Thanks, folks.
Okay, we've been listening to mayoral candidate Brad Bradford make his housing announcement this morning. Really